Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me at the back?
A bit more. Honestly, I need.
Just about, right. Okay, I'll use the mic.
No, I need it. I want to be able to.
Hello, my name's Tony Knight. I'm not Jan Fennell.
Sorry.
That's all right. See how you made the mistake. I'm Jan Fennell's son, and I got roped into this a long time ago. And it's a job that I love. It's something I'm passionate about, and I go all over the world doing this. So I'm known as the international dog listener. Daniel Craig will be playing me in the film. And yes, turn 20 years out there for a minute. Just before we bring Jan on, I want to talk to you about something I found out recently on one of my travels, which I think is quite appropriate. I went to South Africa recently. Has anybody here been to South Africa? Yeah. Right, so you'll know this, okay? When a South African asks you to do something just now, when do they want you to do it? Do you remember? Later on. Okay, so I've got a friend called Victor, went to stay with him, and we've had a meal, it's fantastic, and he said, Tony, could you just help me with the washing up just now? I went, right, so I went straight to the sink. He said, where are you going? Just doing the washing up. But then later. You said just now. And if you think that's confusing, when they say now, what does that mean? Much later. All right, so yeah, somebody says to me, oh, yeah, I can give you that money now. And I'm waiting for ages. Now. My favorite one is when that, when we go, oh, bless. Yeah, oh, bless. They say, shame. Shame. So let me just tell you quickly about my friend Victor. He used to work in the UK. For 7 years, he was working at a hospital as an audiologist. And people were confused about his accent anyway. But he would walk past the baby unit from time to time. Some of you are already ahead of me here. And he'd go past, and there's proud parents, proud but slightly concerned parents, looking through the glass at their baby in an incubator. Victor would walk past and go, shame. What? What does this guy know that we don't know? And he'd be freaking these poor parents out. Isn't it good when you've got a translator? So this is the same language we're talking about. They speak English as well, and yet we can have such a big problem in communication. And don't think the English have always got it right. You want to freak out American people? Great. If they ask you the time, and this happened to me once in New York, a guy came up and said, you got the time, buddy? I went, yeah, it's 4:30. And he went, 4:30? 2? They just do not get it, all right? Isn't it nice to know these things? That even in your own language, there can be a big breakdown in communication. So it's nice to have a translator. So when these things happen to you, you're ready for it. And you know how to, next time you meet a South African, you know just now, and shame. Okay? The other thing I learned, which was very interesting, we were on a safari, and we went on a bush trail, which is basically looking at poo. I have to be honest, that's what it was. I know stuff about poo that would just make your toes curl. I know the difference between female giraffe poo and male giraffe poo. Would you like to know that? Tomorrow at work, you go, do you know a thing about giraffe poo? If it's pinched at the end, it's female. If it's round, it's male. I don't know whether it's because females are like going, God, he hasn't done the washing up again. I don't know. But what I noticed was quite interesting was, we're walking along, and we're looking at one bit of poo, another bit of poo. And there was a mound of earth with a bit of grass on it, and on top was some poo. And he said, what kind of animal do you think did that? And I looked at it, and I thought, well, that's what my dog Kez does. But he's not here. So I'm guessing a kind of dog. And he went, very good. That's a jackal did that. And what they do is they poo on a raised surface so that the smell carries further, so other animals know this is their territory. So I thought, wow, my dog, who's never been to Africa as far as I know, he's got a pet passport, but he goes with me. He does the same thing as a jackal, a dog on another continent, as wild as you like. It's amazing that there are these connections. And it's these connections and the idea of translating a language that you already know, and yet there are some subtleties that sometimes have you confused, which has made my mum who she is today. What you're going to learn today, if you're already aware of it, is going to really put in your mind, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing with my dogs. What I like to say to people is, by the end of this, You're going to go home to your dogs, and in your mind, you're going to go, you are rumbled, mate. I know exactly what you're doing, and I know what to do about it.